Open your ears, on your thinking cap. Socially just told it's entertaining. With a dash you and the states of the week. Time for Ain't No Half Steppin'. Miss J. Sellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go. Puts it up and scores at the buzzer. Michael Jordan has won it for Chicago. Manning lobs it. Burris alone. Touchdown, New York.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. He hits one deep to right center. That ball is out of here. The Yankees win the pennant.
GlobalSkillRadio.net.
If you're lying,
Then you must be half-stepping. Ain't no one back once again for a live show. Today's date, Monday, December 17th, 2012. To get down with us, hit us up 804-447-0601. Hit us up 804-447-0601. Ain't no half-stepping with Marcus J. Appreciate everybody for listening to us tonight on GlobalScaleRadio.net. We are the highest rated show on GlobalScaleRadio.net. We appreciate everybody calling us up when y'all call us, listening to us when you're listening to us on MixLR, listening to us on our podcast, GlobalScaleRadio.net, 804-447-0601. We got a live show for you tonight. Your man Marcus J. is undisclosed location. I am not in the studio with y'all tonight, but I am there in spirit. I appreciate everybody for hanging in there with us tonight. You got your man Big Rube who will lead the show. He's going to be taking care of business with us tonight, but your man Marcus J. once again is here in spirit. I'll be doing the first segment with you tonight. Big Rube, Carlton Banks, and our 2 special guests will be picking up the slack and Marcus J. throughout the rest of the show, of course, every week. We got a live hot show for you, and tonight is no different. Of course, we had a very, very interesting day yesterday in the NFC East. You had 2 teams with big wins. You had one team with a freaking embarrassment. Game was the New York Football Giants playing in Atlanta. Your man Marcus in the building for that game, which is the reason why I'm at a still to be determined location tonight. The video next week. Big Rube, Carlton Banks, Marcus J. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Of course, we're going to also talk about the tragic event in the Connecticut town where the gunman came in and did what he did to those babies, those small children. Big Rube is going to talk a little bit more about that in depth with Carlton Banks and our special guest. But for now, I'm going to turn it over to your man Big Rube, who's going to be leading us for the rest of the show. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. And tonight, ain't no half stepping with Big Rube. Big Rube.
you know, man, I ain't trying to take all that kind of credit, brother. But you know, you are here in spirit, and you're on the phone too. We'll laugh at you a little bit later. But of course, as we do all this time, we go around the room, see how everybody's weekend with. I know Marcus J don't have too much time, but we're gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Banks.
Yeah.
What up, Banks? How you living, baby?
I'm living great.
How was your weekend?
It was awesome. You didn't see what happened yesterday? Come 4 o'clock, 4:30.
Well, we gonna talk about.
We're gonna talk about that
a little bit later.
A little bit later. Oh.
What else you do this weekend?
What else I did? Well, I had to go take pictures at a boule. That was kind of interesting down there at the Richmond Fine Art.
A boule or
a
boule?
Boule.
What is a boule?
It's actually a they were recognizing the oldest African American fraternity. It was actually founded in 1904, where you know the A5A was founded in 1906.
Word.
Well, these 4 gentlemen were doctors and 1 dentist. 3 doctors and 1 dentist started a fraternity. Well, they had a little celebration down here this weekend, so I got to take pictures of that. And then on Saturday night, 21 young ladies were presented to the, I don't know what they were presented to, but however, they were part of a debutante ball. So they were presented Saturday night, and man, they acted very well. These young ladies being juniors and seniors.
Young girls? Or?
17, 18, 17, 16.
So Lil Banks won in the building?
No, Lil Banks won in the building. He might have got a date, though.
Uh-oh.
He might have got a date if he was there.
Nice. What else? Everything else good?
Everything else was great, especially when Sunday hit.
Ooh, we'll talk about Sunday a little later, brother.
All right. You know,
Hold
all right.
it in. Hold it in. All right. My weekend was glorious, of course. I did what I had to do. I huddled down at the JOB, but, you know, it is what it is. Friday night, of course, was beautiful as well. You know, we did what we had to do, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Nothing special. Your boy just hung out on Saturday, so it is what it is. Now we're gonna talk to one of our first guests here, my man, my mellow, Jay Savior. How you doing there, brother?
Doing good. I'm doing good. About yourself?
Good. How's your weekend?
Weekend went good. Just worked.
Oh, I hear. Sorry about Sunday. I mean, but you know we'll talk about it a little bit later.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Good. Other guests in the building, my man,
Yo.
Grizzy. What's going on, baby?
Hello. I'm a little subdued 24 hours later. I know we're gonna take a minute to talk about that, but hey, of course, it's always Van Glorious with the key, you sissies, for me to be here. It is.
All right, cool. Marcus J.
Yes, what's going on? I'm here.
I know you at an undisclosed location, but how was your weekend, brother?
I had a very good weekend until about 1:05 yesterday. I don't have a lot of time, so you guys can get in whatever jokes y'all want to get in. There's two things that I want to take the time kind of talking about. The first thing I want to talk about is the game on yesterday, and then I want to end my little bit of time that I have tonight with the tragedy on Friday. So first thing, Marcus J. and your man K-Dub, who's sitting right next to me right now. Unfortunately, he's not able to speak with us, but he's with me. We went to the game. We did a lot of tailgating, had a good time hanging out with the Atlanta Falcons fans. They had a lot of hospitable activities for us, tailgating, so that goes without saying what that means. Before we went to the game, then of course we went to the game, and the Giants put on an absolutely, utterly embarrassing display. Basically, they didn't show up, and I think that I could speak for your man K-Dub in saying that Marcus J is officially standing what my actual last name is. I think Marcus J stands for Marcus Jinx. Yes, sir. And that's serving in the background. Marcus J stands for Marcus Jinx. With the exception of the New York Yankees, every time your man Mark goes to professional sports team, whether it be the Knicks or now the New York Football Giants, not only does the team seem to not do well, they seem to lay a big-ass egg. New York Football Giants didn't show up with a big game against a team that they destroyed in the playoffs just a year ago. They had an opportunity to make a statement. Got the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins kicking their heels of the Giants. All the Giants had to do was win the game, maintain control in the NFC East. They couldn't do it. Eli Manning looked ridiculously embarrassing. 2 interceptions, no touchdown. Damn it, they didn't score no points. The Giants were embarrassed. We were sitting in the 100 section in the third row, the best seats in the house. We're sitting down there at the end zone near the field, and every single time we saw a score was the Atlanta Falcons scoring. The Giants were embarrassing. That's all I can really say about that. You know, you had about 90 yards on the ground and 100, 200 yards in the air, but it didn't matter. They didn't score. They had 3 times they went 4th down. And every single time they went for it, they could have kicked the field goal. They didn't do it. And then they go 0 for 3 or 0 for 4, whatever it was, on 4th down.
Sound a little upset, brother.
It would have been nice if they had at least scored, but they didn't even score. So, again, Giants played an embarrassing game. I want to say peace to Big Rube on the big win for the Washington Redskins, taking over first place in the NFC East. I want to say peace to Carlton Banks for the Dallas Cowboys pulling out the overtime win against Pittsburgh Steelers. My bad, Grizzy.
Yeah, I see.
Win. Your team didn't win, but I want to say peace to Carlton Banks. I'm sure you guys will have a whole lot to say about both of those games later on in the show. I want to leave the games there. While I have a little bit of time left, I just want to take a moment to kind of talk a little bit about the tragedy in Newtown, Connecticut, with the gunman. You know, I left home on Friday morning prior to the news of this breaking. So when I left home, I kissed Mama J and I told her I loved her like I always do, and I expected to see her, very soon, and I will. But I had no reason to think that there would be some sort of tragedy that would make me miss her even more. I think every single person who has children in America who saw the happenstance go on in Newtown, Connecticut, and also the tragedy that happened in China, which a lot of people don't know, that a knife-wielding madman slashed 20 children in China on Friday as well, and fortunately none of those children died. But you see these types of things and you think about the babies. You see the video of the little girl who was singing at the piano with her older brother, and you got innocent babies who lost their lives. You're hearing the stories about survivors, and you're hearing the stories about the heroes. One hero that's unsung, unfortunately, I can't remember her name, but while all of this craziness was going on, you heard her flip the switch to the intercom. She survived, but she flipped the switch to the intercom so that the people and the teachers and the rest of the building no doubt heard the craziness and the gunshots that were going on, which obviously saved the lives of many children because they're able to get those babies out of there because they heard about the unfortunate happenstance was going on with the clothing. There's so many stories like that. The teacher, Victoria Soto, who saved many children while at the same time losing her life. It's just a very, very tragic thing. And, my first question is, when is this going to happen again? Because we know it will. And that's the crazy part. That's the unfortunate part. You heard our President Barack Hussein Obama, who went to meet with the families in Newtown, who said this was his fourth time having to do this under his presidency. And we this happened many times before that. Unfortunately, the likelihood of this happening many times again in the future is just a real scary thing. It's unfortunate. It's disheartening, and it's really, really breaking. And I just want to send my condolences personally to all of those families and to anybody that has children, man. Just hold on to your babies, kiss them, tell them you love them, and just know that, this thing could happen to any of us. You can walk into a mall, it can happen. You walk into a barbershop, it can happen. You got now this Westbury Baptist Church, they talking about picketing the funerals of these babies, Big Rube. I don't understand what's going on in this world right now. Obviously, you can hear the passion in my voice. I wish I was there with y'all today so that we could talk about this a little bit more in depth. It's really got me hurting right now. Big Rube, I don't really know how else to take it. I will end my time with y'all tonight by saying this. Big Rube, have a good show. Hold me down. I always love when you're there because you always go toe-to-toe with your man, Carl Banks. Carl Banks, please remain under control because we know you were like the wild out, especially when the Cowboys win. Grizzly, don't let them take up too much of your time. Go toe-to-toe with them because, hey, look, I ain't there, so I need you to be me today.
I got you, homie.
I appreciate it. Big Rube, appreciate you holding me down. I'm going to be back in the studio a week from tonight. We got Christmas Eve shows. We will be in the building for the GlobalScaleRadio.net fans that love us. Highest rated show on Global Scale Radio.
Yeah.
And Big XLR. We appreciate everybody listening. Call us up every single show, 804-447-0601. We got a missing child that Big Rube's going to get into. It's already on the Ain't No Half Step with Marcus J fan page. It's on all our personal pages. Big Rube's going to get into that at the top of the hour. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's listening. Thank you to the crew that's holding me down. And as I say every single week, I want to say peace to all the stars, and I want to say peace to all the squares. In the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. Ain't no half step with Marcus J. Me personally will be back in the chair next week. Big Rube, hold me down.
Peace.
All right, Marcus J. Appreciate you calling in.
My brother had a lot to say, didn't he?
I mean, yeah, you know.
Man.
He had a lot to say.
He gonna be over there somewhere on my thunder. I'm gonna get hyped. Because any time you be mad because I ain't be all boisterous and whatnot.
And Bob going to moderate this crazy show here. This might be a once-in-a-lifetime show here at Steppin.
It's going to be a little crazy, but you know, we going to table that for at least another minute. Because right now we're going to go to break.
All right.
You know, then we'll come back with some little NFL. We got a lot about. 804-447-0601 right now. Listen to the favorite Run DMC, Christmas in Hollis.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know what? It was out when I was a little kid.
Yeah, collard green.
I mean, you know, that chicken, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Now stay put. Don't go anywhere till I get back. Understand me?
Nice.